it's not an easy conversation to have when it's time to consider perhaps moving mom and dad into a retirement home. But let's have a bit of that conversation right now and find out how we can make it maybe a touch easier with Amy McConnell, who's here with us right now from Tea and Toast.
Yes.
First of all, Amy, Tea and Toast, I like that.
Thank you.
Why did we come up with this title for your organization?
It's kind of a double meaning. So with the seniors, it's comfy, it's cozy. Tea and toast is what they go for.
Yeah.
But with the kids, it's a nutrition issue. It's a red flag, so they know that if mom and dad are only eating tea and toast, then maybe we need to look at other alternatives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. How long have you guys been in existence at this point?
We're almost 3 years now.
3 years in, okay.
Yeah.
I know you and I did an event together. Well, you invited me to an event it was a retirement home we were at. I forget where we were even at. Senior center. And it was like a rocking chair kind of.
Yeah, it was a rockathon for heart and stroke.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I got in that, and I was wearing like a, what do you call that, the women wear with a fascinator or something like that? I looked pretty.
You did.
So thanks for that memory. Obviously not an easy conversation to have when you see mom and dad perhaps not as able-bodied as they used to be in their own home. So how do you ease into that conversation?
Well, when I talk to the children about it, sometimes it's coaching the children on how to not, come at their parents with a lot of information and demands, and making sure that they're doing it lightly and which ways to do it. And sometimes when I'm talking with the seniors, it's just about finding out what the issue is, and what's kind of blocking them from maybe making a move, and see if we can kind of work around it and reassure them that we'll figure it all out and step by step.
Okay, so how do people figure out that you are the person to do this? Because obviously you're a third party and you come in. Did they contact you? They know what your organization's about? You get the call?
Yeah, so they contact us. It's all a lot of word of mouth. This industry's brand new, so it's only been just before we started, had it started itself. So it's a brand new industry to everyone. A lot of the retirement homes also help forward people our way if they're not a right fit for their retirement home, as well as, like I said, the word of mouth with hospitals and things like that. So oftentimes a lot of our clients are given this huge list from the hospitals of all the retirement homes, and then they're given a list of advisors like ourselves, and a lot of them like our name. So
yeah, I like your name. It's fun.
Yeah.
But this has got to be a difficult conversation, a difficult career that you've actually entered into.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Before I started, I was a marketer in the retirement homes for 9 years, and we were having people come, and they were starting to go home overwhelmed because there was just too many choices, and so it's a difficult conversation to start, but it's also difficult to keep people going and getting through kind of searching for a retirement home in general.
Now, I actually studied as a PSW myself at Algonquin, and I learned firsthand the difference between long-term care facility, retirement home. Like long-term, so I guess you could call it a nursing home too? There's a major difference. So tell us what the difference is.
There's a major difference. So long-term care is more public pay, for kind of ease of words. Basically, it's supported from the government, from the city, so that you can get the audit care. They have the highest care levels for our seniors. They can pretty much take care of anything. And it's different type of environment. In a retirement home, you're kind of like a cruise ship on land, right? So it's different activities, different levels of care that are needed. Now, because the long-term care list has been so long, sometimes up to 3 and 5 years to get into a nursing home, the retirement homes have really stepped it up, and they can do a lot more care, and they can actually do all the care that's needed except for some care that's having to do with dementia.
Okay. Because nursing homes basically usually mean that people are a little more in trouble, is I guess a better way to put it, right? They're not as capable or able-bodied. They need constant care, whereas a retirement home is sort of like, well, you're just moving into a place where more older people live.
Well, retirement homes can offer all the care that nursing homes can in general terms. So people that go to long-term care either feel more comfortable in that environment because of their care needs, because there's a lot more staff and attention that way. It's also a cost thing for retirement, because it's private pay. If you can afford to go to the retirement homes, you can get pretty much any care. We can find you any care that you need pretty much throughout Ottawa.
Okay. Is there a better time of year to approach the conversation of moving into one of these facilities?
We get a lot of calls just after holidays. So Christmas, we're getting a lot of calls now, just after. So a lot of people tend to move in spring and fall. So we always tell people, if you're thinking of moving in spring and fall, come and talk to us in like February and August, so that we can situate you where you want to go, get that part done, and then we can save a suite for you and get all those balls rolling so that you beat the crowd of people that are about to come.
Okay. So I mean, it might be a better time of year because people like to move in spring or whatever, but is it more difficult with, you know, the weather and this and that? What is it, seasonal affective disorder? Is it like, I mean, seniors obviously suffer from this and sundowning and that kind of stuff, right?
They do, yeah. And it's, when you're talking about time of year, it's really, people are either wanting one last summer in their home and then they move in the fall, or they're really wanting to have that one last Christmas and then they're moving in the spring. So that's really what's kind of prompting them to do that.
Yeah. What would be different with your organization compared to others that might be out there offering the same service?
We have a couple of people that are offering the same services, and a lot of them are national companies, and so we go with our clients on tours. So we make sure that we're with them the whole way to make sure that they have an expert with them to figure out what is the best situation for them.
Yeah.
And that way, at the end of the day, we also connect them with people who can help with downsizing, moving, and all of that. So making sure that from the first conversation all the way till past move-in, they have us with them.
And the best way to get in contact, teantoast.com or .ca?
.ca.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
For helping out our seniors in our community.
Our pleasure.
Amy McConnell from teantoast.ca. Thank you very much, everybody. Of course, repeats at 6 and 11 and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm Dylan Black. Have a great day.